Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time to go to work. Jerk of All Trades Podcast, episode number 13. Ray, what's up, man? It's time to go to work. Ray, what are you doing over there? You got a fucking fidget spinner? I hear something.
Sorry, dude. Dude, I have fucking ADD, man. Come on,
God
dude.
damn it. We're in the intro of the fucking podcast.
I just got a fucking fidget spinner, and I cured my fucking ADD.
You've been playing with that shit all day, man. I thought you were ready.
Hey, I heard that many times growing up, and I don't want to hear it now. So just because I
Put
gotta
that fucking thing away. Let's get the goddamn show started already, please.
Oh, come on. Let me have my goddamn fidget spinner, man.
God damn it.
Don't take my fidget spinner from me, please.
You're going to detention.
Please don't take. You know what? I'm gonna give my fidget spinner over to Eddie. I'm going to present this fidget spinner and he can throw it into the fucking trash because, let's be honest here, it probably doesn't fix any mental disorders, but I really just like this fucking thing. It spins around a lot. I was pretty cynical about this fucking thing, and then I got one.
Dude,
and
the fidget spinner's changing the game right now.
I couldn't get enough of the goddamn fidget spinner, and so, I love it, so, yeah. Jerk of All Trades Podcast, episode 13. We got a fucking amazing goddamn show lined up for you guys. We're going to talk about a lot of fun fucking subjects. We got fucking Bill fucking Cosby we're going to talk about. We got
prescription heroin.
Prescription heroin we're going to fucking talk about.
Hell yeah.
We're going to talk about like one of the ultimate fucking inter-promotional, inter-sport battles coming up. We've got the universal call-out shit. We've got just goddamn so much more.
Oh yeah,
but
we're locked and loaded just like every other week.
Yes, don't get it fucking twisted. Every week of the Jerk of All Trades podcast is absolutely must not miss, and this is no exception. And before we get fucking rolling on this show, I wanted to tell a little story. So Eddie, are you okay with a little story?
Hit me with that story, Ray.
Okay.
I think we teased this on Instagram.
Yeah, I believe we did. So let's talk about it. So
last week, Ray was bombarded by a clingy cable provider.
He was a little clingy, and he was really fucking hard up to get, actually not me, but a friend of mine to sign up for a cable service, and it just wasn't fucking happening. So on the podcast last week, we talked about a cable guy who just really wanted my friend to sign up for their fucking service, and we talked about how the cable companies are basically going into the abyss. They're going to not exist hopefully in the next 20 30 years because they're fucking their whole system is just fucked up and it's outdated, but they're just not getting with the times. And so anyway, I talked about a particular cable guy that came while I was helping my friend set up for a party, and he was very persistent that my friend sign up for their cable service, and she said no, and then he persisted on, and he really wanted her to do so. He wanted to put her name in the system, and she was still like, no, I'm good, and she was being very courteous about it, and I get it, he's working on commission, but she just was saying no. And no means no. If a girl tells you no, no means no.
Yeah, for sure.
But the cable fucking...
What do you think you are, Bill O'Reilly or some shit?
What do you think? Who do you think you are, Bill Cosby? We'll get to that later. But no means no, and she said no, and he wouldn't accept it, and he kept going on. And so anyway, after every episode of the show, usually the next day after I've edited the show and everything is out there in the world, I usually listen to the show in full. And so I went to work the next day, and I was going to this party that I helped set up for, and I was listening to the show, and I was about 3/4 of the way through the show, and I was on the cable portion of the show, and I was listening to it, and, I heard the story that I told, which, That's me talking, listening to myself, a little weird, a little egotistical, but whatever. So I'm listening to myself tell the story and laughing at myself because I'm an egomaniac. And the story ends, and probably not 30 seconds later, as I'm driving towards her house, I look in front of me, and lo and fucking behold, he worked for a cable company, which I won't say the name of, but I believe it's Spectrum. But anyway, he was not in a Spectrum van, car, whatever. He was in his own personal vehicle. I look in front of me as I'm driving forward, and what the motherfucking fuck, there is that very cable guy. And I'm going to tell you what,
wow.
he is unmistakable. It is.
Are you sure it was him?
I am 100% this is this dude.
Oh, man.
He has a very distinctive look. He has a very distinctive beard, which I also do. He has a man bun, which is very popular with the kids these days, but it was a distinctive man bun. 100% it was this cable guy driving in front of me right after I listened to the story that I told about him on the podcast right in front of me. So
that is fucking crazy.
I was about 2 blocks away from her house, and I had to pull over to the side of the road, and I had to tell someone. And so I called Eddie.
Yeah.
And and I had to tell him the story about how I saw this fucking particular cable guy.
That was wild, man.
And that really led into, the fact that the Jerk of All Trades podcast is changing the world one podcast at a time.
One at a time.
And each and every week, we are going to influence this fucking universe to do some crazy, crazy shit. And if you are not listening to the podcast, which I hope, if you're hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth, that you are listening to the podcast. And maybe if you're not, they're somehow making its way into the collective unconscious, and you're hearing me anyway. So if you're not listening to the podcast, you need to be listening to it, because we are going to rock this fucking world, and we're going to rock it once again. Episode 13. They say it's unlucky, but it's not unlucky this week. Jerk of All Trades podcast episode 13 is going to be the best episode that we have ever done. So with that said, let's fucking hit the topic. So Eddie, why don't we talk about our main topic of the week? Bill fucking Cosby.
Fucking cocksucker Bill Cosby.
He likes the fucking pudding pops, allegedly. So why don't you hit him with it? Give him a little information. Yeah. Let's fucking discuss. So
I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Him and Bill O'Reilly, and these all old fucking farts fucking grabbing chicks all the fucking time. Bill O'Reilly's like the fucking king of rape up in this bitch, man. The fucking jury, he's on trial right now. The jury is deadlocked by a jury of 7 men and 5 women. The fourth day of deliberations. Cosby is accused of drugging and molesting a woman from 2004. And of course, Mr. Cosby claims it was consensual.
Of course it was, because every woman wants to fuck Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you say sex symbol, one of the last motherfuckers I think of is fucking
Bill Cosby, man. Come on.
Cosby.
Hey, I like the Cosby Show back in the fucking day. I remember watching Bill Cosby stand-up specials when I was a young buck. I thought he was pretty funny.
Yeah, the sad thing is he was actually funny.
Bill Cosby was, he was definitely a funny dude back in the day. But now he's not that funny because he likes to rape chicks. And not only does he like to rape chicks, but he likes to give them quaaludes and fucking rape them.
Shit,
so
he's date raping all day long up in this
all day, every day. Probably not every day, but like most days. Yeah. Bill Cosby is
more than one day is enough days.
Yeah, there's quite a few women who have come out and basically said that Bill Cosby has laid the bone to them, and they did not want that to happen.
Have you seen the Dave Chappelle Netflix special?
I started to watch it. I did not watch it all the way through. I've heard good things.
Good. It is. I watched it with my little brother. Actually, it is so good.
Yeah.
He talks about Bill Cosby actually.
Does he?
The king of rape.
The king of rape.
54 rapes.
That is
Even if he didn't do 30 of them, he'd still have 24 rapes.
that is not what you want to be the king of.
Oh man, Dave Chappelle.
You might want to be the king of rock and roll. You might want to be the king of pop. Well, yeah, Michael Jackson was kind of a rapist too, but yeah.
Dave Chappelle's back, man. We're glad he's back.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
One of the funniest things that came out of this shit. So Bill Cosby, he likes to basically give quaaludes to women, and then he likes to rape them. One of the women said that he gave her, quote, 3 blue pills.
Uh-oh.
And that reminds me of the Matrix, and it reminds me of the tech billionaires. And which pill are you going to take? Are you going to take the red pill, or are you going to take the blue pill? And if you're around Bill Cosby, you're definitely not taking the blue pill, because if you do, you're going to get a fucking pudding pop in your fucking punani.
Yeah, you're waking up with something special.
That's not what you want. I will say that so I was very entertained by this, because I do what might be considered to be the worst Bill Cosby impression of all times.
No.
And I'm gonna try to channel my inner Bill Cosby.
Oh, brother.
And
hold on to your hats.
my girl, if you're not wearing a hat, hold on to your head. But yeah, it goes a little something like this. So hold on, let me get in character. So I'm thinking about raping women right now. So I don't normally think about that, but I'm thinking about it right now.
Gotta be a first.
Okay, all right, here we go. I'm getting the mind space. I just want some pudding pops, just a little pudding pop. JELLO. All right, there it is. The world's worst Bill Cosby impression.
If you have a better one, send it to the JerkOfAllTradesPodcast at gmail.com.
Please. So, with that being said, let's talk about the fact that this motherfucker, he is such a cocky son of a bitch.
For real.
Not once, but twice, he walked out of the fucking courtroom and did a fucking Fat Albert impression.
He thinks he's bulletproof.
What he might be bulletproof, and I hope to God he's not. So
I think we're all hoping he gets locked up.
So actually, most of these cases are civil, so it would mostly be money. There's one criminal case. But how goddamn cocky do you have to be to fucking walk out of a fucking rape proceeding and
his lawyer is stroking his
be
cock.
like
That was better.
Yeah, that
sounded like Fat Albert. Nice.
I don't do a Bill Cosby impression, but I do a Fat Albert impression.
Yeah,
That's
man. Hang on to that one.
That was a little too fast, but how fucked up, man. Come on, Bill Cosby, dude.
His lawyers are blowing smoke up his ass. They're telling him everything he wants to hear.
Yeah, and I think normally he actually likes girls to blow smoke up his ass, maybe. I don't know. That's speculation, but
after they wake up from their quaaludes.
Yeah, which is the next day, but and then they're in this alternate reality that they don't understand, and they've been detached from their pod. But really just Bill Cosby raped them. So
fucking A. Hopefully this motherfucker gets locked up.
Allegedly. Right, 12 women allegedly.
If he does 25 years, you won't see me crying any crocodile tears, I'll tell you right now.
I'm definitely not crying any fucking tears over.
Well, you know what, man? If he's found guilty, we all know how President Eddie the Jerk would handle this motherfucker right now.
And how is that, Eddie the Jerk?
President? 5 rounds with Conor McGregor. You're getting knocked the fuck out.
Or maybe Floyd Mayweather. Let's talk about fucking the fucking
big news this week.
The dream fucking match of the ages. So,
all right,
Eddie, hit him with it, man.
Yeah, man. Conor McGregor will be fighting Floyd Money Mayweather on August 26th. It's like fucking 2 months away, 3 months away, in a boxing match. 154 pounds is the weight class. It's going to be boxing rules in a non-title fight. They've been talking about this shit for years. I didn't know. I'm never in the know. And even when they put me in the know, I hardly pay attention. Finally.
One day you might be in the know.
Yeah, one day.
I'll let you know.
But even then, I'm busy working.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
It's time to go to work. Yeah, oh, sorry.
I'm working, man.
I just woke up for my fidget. Hey, can I have my fidget spinner
back?
I'm
keeping it.
Can I have my fidget?
Not after this segment, you'll get it.
All right. Quote him on that. If I come back in the next segment, I'll have my fidget spinner back. See, I'm off my game because I don't have my fidget spinner. So
Floyd Money Mayweather's 49-0 in boxing, 49 wins and no losses.
Yeah, McGregor has
Conor
like
McGregor
a lot of shot, right?
is 0-0 in boxing.
Great. He's never had a boxing. Hey, he played fucking Mike Tyson's fucking Punch Out when he was growing up, so he's fucking set, right?
I don't know. He was pretty poor.
He made it all the way to the end, dude. He fucking.
But he's got his shot now, so hopefully he can make the
Glass
most of
Joe over here. Come on, man, dude.
So the payouts are talking about 100 mil for Floyd and about 15 mil for Conor.
I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think Conor's
I would be
with that.
I would be having this matchup too if either one of those numbers was in front of me.
Yeah,
so.
I think Dana White's getting $2 million of that easy.
Probably.
He's getting that 10% easy. I mean, as far as a fight goes, I'm kind of surprised they actually made this fight. The state of Nevada. It's a big money maker, but like Conor is 0.
Who's gonna win this? Who's gonna win this? Because I'd be interested to hear
the guy that doesn't get knocked out.
Well, obviously, but I mean, so me as an outsider to both of these sports, this thing just reeks of professional wrestling. Like, there is no reason why this fight should actually be happening besides the fact that they both have big names. Like,
okay, there's 3 bets to make here, and there's only 3.
Okay.
Floyd Mayweather by decision, Conor McGregor inside the distance, because even if he does somehow win, it's not going to be a decision, and disqualification. If you can find that prop,
if he hits him with a steel chair or something,
if Conor does a double,
who would interfere in this match?
He might just take him down and put him to sleep.
Who would interfere?
You never know.
What if Brock Lesnar comes out here and fucking like throws down and just like attacks fucking Mayweather here? Is that gonna happen? Probably not.
I saw on Instagram. Fucking Brock Lesnar was on Raw this week.
Oh yeah,
fucking hype for that shit, bro.
I haven't watched in like a year.
I gotta check in with that. I don't know what he did, but he's back. So
he's back.
Yeah, anyways,
better than ever.
Yeah. So there's only 3 bets here. It's Floyd by decision, Conor inside the distance, or a fucking DQ of some sort. Because there is always the possibility that Conor gets lit up in the first couple rounds, and he's just like, "Fuck this! I'm tired of fucking. I'm not doing this for another half hour. I'm just gonna take him down and fucking smack him in the face a couple times and get the fuck out of here. Take my money and run." But there always is the possibility too, where they fudge it a little bit and go for the rematch. Somehow, some way, fudge it a little bit and get that rematch money.
I mean, let me ask you a question. So, do we agree that boxing and UFC are a little bit of a work? Do you think? Do you think they're a little bit of a work?
UFC, no. Boxing, sometimes.
I mean, the personas and such. That's like a little bit of a work. Is it not?
When you say work, you mean the outcomes of the matches?
No. Just the characters, the creation of these people, like their public personas and stuff. It's like that's kind of a work. Am I correct in that or no?
A little bit. But nothing about UFC is a work. Like, they're all fighting for real. Like, you're not a guy to like.
I believe that.
Get punched in the face for $100,000.
I mean, I would get punched in the face for $100,000. I don't know about you.
Man. Well, what if you could punch the other guy in the face and make $200,000?
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's better if you win.
Right.
It's always better when you win.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this whole this matchup is just like my interpretation of it is like there's no good goddamn reason why this match should be happening aside from the fact
you're
that
saying everything that like the hardcore people are saying.
Right, there's no reason why it should happen aside from the fact that they both have name value and that both have very, very big personalities, and I think that it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to tell you, as not a boxing fan and not a UFC fan, I want to see this fight. Like, I will watch this fight live, and that's really saying something because me as I'm not even a casual viewer of either one of these things, but I will watch this fight just because it's such an interesting thing. I can't believe it's actually happening. And I mean, right out of the gate, I'm going to tell you, like, one of the things that really entertained me was the post that Conor McGregor had. Like, he posted a picture of himself looking suave as fuck with a fucking like a fucking tie with like really boss ass fucking, like, I don't even know what this is, like a double Windsor or something. And then there's a picture of Floyd Mayweather, and he looks about 175 years old. Like, he looks old as fuck with a fucking like Autobots like fucking all print t-shirt. Like, he looks really fucking old, and it says the fight is on. And then I believe Dana White actually like retweeted and then said it was just his fucking smiley face. So
yeah, that was pretty funny.
I think it's super funny, But in the end, I think Floyd Mayweather is going to beat the fuck out of Conor McGregor, who's never had a goddamn fight. And fucking Floyd Mayweather is like the fucking best boxer. I don't even know anything about boxing. And he's like one of the best fucking boxers of all goddamn time.
He was a silver medal in the Olympics.
Dude, he
should have won the gold medal.
Yeah,
actually.
so I think this is a super, super interesting thing. And I can't wait to watch it fucking play out. And it's
going to be a giant spectacle. Everybody's going to tune into it, obviously. And like you said, man, it's just like pro wrestling. It's just like, it's like
what pro wrestling could be if it didn't suck.
It's totally Rocky 3, Thunder Lips versus Rocky Balboa in that charity fight.
What? Wait, Rocky 4.
Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, which I probably also have not seen.
Yeah, Ray doesn't watch Rocky. I'm sorry.
Why don't you tell me the plot of Double Impact with Jean-Claude? Oh, never mind. You probably actually.
I'd rather not.
Yeah. All right. So anyway.
Moving along.
All right. Let's
We got another big matchup that happened this week as well.
Yeah, let's
I believe it was on no, it has it aired yet or not?
I don't believe it's actually aired yet. It's about to air, but this shit's getting even fucking crazier.
They're going toe to toe, face to face.
Face to fucking
Alex
face.
Jones and Megyn Kelly.
Megyn fucking Kelly from fucking NBC.
From the Trump debates. You know her from the Trump debates.
Yeah. And Alex fucking Jones, the fucking pinnacle of the fucking conspiracy. There, we spent some time earlier. Watching some fucking Alex Jones highlight clips. I guess we'll call them.
Man, I thought I got hype. I got nothing on Alex Jones.
This motherfucker gets so goddamn hyped. He gets so mad at America and how fucked up America is. He is so angry. And so he's getting interviewed by Megyn Kelly from NBC News. And so Alex Jones, so I can say, I think I mentioned this before. I first caught wind of him maybe in the late 90s-ish.
Yeah.
He had been around since the early 90s, and he was on like public access and stuff, like going to the fucking DMV and like yelling at people about getting RFID chips in his fucking his skin and shit, and talking about the end of days and such. So I mean, in my opinion, which I mean I'll maybe delve into a little bit later, I mean, he's a fucking character actor. Like, this dude literally has, like, created this fucking character that's, like, this crazy, crazy fucking conspiracy theorist. And he has become the #1 radio talk show host in the fucking world. Like, he is #1 by a long shot. Joe Rogan, who we've talked about, I believe Eddie has talked about me jerking off Joe Rogan ad nauseum. And he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and it was the most highly rated episode of the Joe Rogan podcast.
The most watched.
Ever.
For Joe Rogan, that is insane.
Huge.
Fucking insane. Who's watching this shit with Alex Jones on it?
People want to fucking hear this guy talk because he is a fucking
maniac.
He is this guy is literally like, he is like the Ultimate Warrior's fucking promos, but like dumped into Bill Hicks's like fucking polar opposite fucking.
It is so crazy.
There's a whole conspiracy online how Bill Hicks actually did not die, and he actually became Alex Jones.
I believe
and he took this opposite fucking persona. And I mean, dude, this dude is absolutely off the fucking wall. He's you know, he's claiming 9/11 and Sandy Hook were a fucking work. He's just literally saying anything that he can to get a rise out of people. And he's got a very, very, very dedicated group of followers. And I think a big reason why is because, so you have all this information that's being fed to you, and he is basically talking about the opposite thing. He's telling you something completely different. And it doesn't even matter what he's saying. It's that he's telling you something that seems to be counterculture, that seems to be against the grain. And a lot of people fucking resonate with that. And I mean, in the end, like, I think that he is a very, very interesting person. And I mean, dude's a fucking multimillionaire, so he's doing something right.
He figured it out.
Yeah,
he totally figured it out. He's making bank right now with his radio show. If he's got the #1 numbers on Joe Rogan, he has to have #1 numbers all across the board. I I think he's onto something with 9/11, but Sandy Hook, I think he's fucking crazy.
This is not something I'm going to speculate on the podcast
No,
about,
but
but
9/11 is crooked as fuck, if you ask me.
Oh.
But
hey, Eddie.
It's a little too perfect.
Hey, Eddie.
What's up?
Hey, can I get my fidget spinner back? And also, what do you think?
Oh.
Do you think 9/11 was a work?
Absolutely.
I'm waiting for. We'll wait till segment 2. I'll get my fidget spinner back up.
Yeah, but anyway, he's figured it out, man. He's figured out the game, and he's got his niche, and he's running with it, man. I can't fault him for it. And if Alex Jones ever wants to come on the Jerk of All Trades podcast,
we would love to have you.
Absolutely.
Open fucking arms.
We got all the beer you want. We got all the booze you want, and
we got all the weed you want.
We got anything and everything you need.
Whatever you
to get
need.
hype in this motherfucker.
If you want to take some fucking DMD with us, fucking Alex Jones, we would love to have you on the fucking podcast.
Quintuple our fucking downloads, we fucking love you, man.
What's like a million version of what we currently get? Let's fucking do that. So Alex Jones, if you want to be on the podcast, we would love to fucking have you. And let's talk about, so we did not talk about this, and let's talk about the fact that, so he was interviewed by Megyn Kelly, and in the ultimate fucking move, he secretly recorded her recording him, and he's dropped some audio on the shit. He plans to, on his Infowars.com.
This was so slick.
He plans to drop the entire recording of the interview on his fucking show because he wants to prove that she was trying to basically create an image of him that is not true. And like, how fucking crazy is that? This dude is like, he's fucking brilliant.
He figured it out, man. He totally figured it out.
I'm gonna tell you again, like, so he's in a divorce proceeding. His lawyer literally admitted that you cannot judge him on his public persona because he is a character actor, and yet he is still able to do the things that he's doing because he has such a dedicated base. This guy's a multimillionaire. He literally has a section on his website, on his web store, where he sells fucking shit for the Doomsday, which we will talk about later. And people are lapping this shit up. So, God damn it, Alex Jones, you fucking figured this shit out. And
congratulations.
And I think we can
and bury that fucking chick if you got it.
And I think that we can only end this on one particular thing, and that's going to be Alex Jones' impression. So let me get into the mindset.
This is a good one.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay.
So if you ever wondered why they were putting chemicals in the water, it's because all they wanted was to turn the frogs gay. And Alex Jones was the very first to tell you, and the Jerk of All Trades podcast was like the 5th. So, yeah.
You know what? Alex Jones is a smart guy. He's figured it all out. But there's one thing that he hasn't quite figured out yet.
And what is that, Eddie?
The fucking universal call out.
Oh, shit. Shit.
He's figured out 9/11. He's figured out the black helicopters.
Sandy Hook.
All
that other shit. JFK assassination.
Yeah, JFK. He knows all about that shit.
There was
aliens.
Grassy Knoll.
But, Mr. Alex Jones, how do you describe the universal call out?
He has no idea.
Ooh.
And if he wants to come on the podcast and talk to us about it, then we would love to have it. So,
he can't do it. He can't.
Nope. Nobody can.
This is a conspiracy that you can't figure out.
Yes. So let's talk about the universal call out. Let's talk about our results with Accordions.
The Accordions, man.
So last week, the world is too much. We have just been dominating the universal call out. And so last week we said, fuck it. We're going to throw 6 topics out and we're going to pick the worst fucking one out of all of them.
It's going to be too easy.
And what did we pick?
Accordions.
There's no way that there could be weird fucking shit happening in the world with accordions.
There was like an 85% chance we weren't going to get a story.
But wait. We fucking did.
Oh, no.
So let's talk about...
Not just one, but 2.
Not just one, but 2. So, and the hilariousness of this. So we ended the podcast last week and we did our editing. Actually, I don't even know if I even edited the podcast. And I was like, let's look up accordions in the news.
Just for spits and giggles.
Right. Let's see what's out there, right?
Yeah.
And so we did. And we found immediately a story that had just dropped like right before that. And it was about a new weight loss surgery. And it's called the accordion weight loss surgery. And basically they fucking like, they do some shit to your fucking stomach and they turn it into something that resembles an accordion. And
yeah, they basically stick a tube down your throat and suture it down. It's an endoscopic gastroplasmy. And apparently it's supposed to be safer and more effective than the gastric bypass. So, yeah, man, if you're down for that fucking accordion tube getting shoved down your gullet and stapled to your fucking stomach.
You're probably pretty large, but
yeah,
I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, you can only eat as much as the tube will fit. So if it breaks out of that tube,
if it does not fit,
puke.
you must acquit.
That's right.
We don't have an OJ story this week, but we might.
So that was story number one, the safer gastric bypass.
Yes,
called the accordion that obese people are starting to use now.
Yeah, so we spent all week, or at least I spent all week, looking for an accordion story, and I'm like, I can't fucking find another one. Like, we're just gonna have to talk about the fact that we had an accordion story that happened right after we recorded the podcast, and that was fun. And then we're literally sitting here, we're getting ready for the podcast, and Eddie, why don't you hit him with the next thing?
Story number 2. Accordion robbers in Sunningdale, England, for our English followers, stole more than fucking 200,000 euros worth of instruments in this past year from an accordion store.
Who does
only
that?
Sells accordions.
They only sell accordions. What the fuck?
They got their ass robbed 4 times in the last year. More than $200,000 worth of euros of product got stolen. The last time they got robbed was on April 23rd. This story is from like 21 hours ago, even though the last robbery happened on April 23rd.
They need fucking information. They're
looking for 2 guys. They got pictures on the website. So if you're in England,
check them out.
And you got a guy with a fucking in the back of his fucking trunk got accordions he's trying to sell to you. You know he probably stole.
You know
them from
there's a fucking problem
store
if
in
you are
Sunningdale,
buying
England.
I feel like if you play the accordion, if you are buying your accordion out of the back of a fucking van, there is definitely a problem. I don't feel like there's a lot of overlap between accordion players and people that would support criminal activity. So if that happens to you somehow, and that might be very bizarre, you should probably contact the authorities in England. So once again, the Jerk of All Trades podcast, we are changing the fucking world.
Who is stealing accordions? I don't get it.
We're influencing this fucking universe in ways that we don't understand and no one understands, but we will continue to do so. And if you are not listening to us do it, then what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Hey, Ray, what's the difference between a guy walking down the street with an accordion and a fish swimming in the sewer with a banjo?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me, Eddie?
The fish with the banjo has a gig to go to.
I mean, let's be honest. No one wants to hear anyone play accordion. And if you're in Scotland or somewhere, we mean no offense, but I've been to a lot of...
If you're listening to us and you take offense, this is the wrong podcast for you.
Yeah, you should probably move on. Move along, boy. Move along, because this is not the right podcast for you. But with that being said, Universal Call Out's done. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, and then we are going to hit our second segment. We got a lot of good shit for you guys. Prescription heroin. We got fucking Dolphins doing LSD. We got fucking Stephen Hawking saying we've only got 100 years until the world doesn't exist anymore. It is a fucking awesome episode of the show. So do not go anywhere, and we will be back. sticking with you.
Absolutely, man. Before we get started, I'd like to give Ray his fidget spinner back that I stole earlier.
Oh, look at this. Some fucking love on the podcast.
See, we're not all about,
You can hear the spin happening in your brain.
That reminds me of like the remember the rims, the tires, or the rims on the tires that spun?
Yeah.
The spinners on the tires? That's
Yeah.
what kind of reminds me of.
Absolutely. So
You don't see that too often these days
I
anymore.
remember the Walmart version of them that were made out of plastic, and they weren't quite like a little less cool than the actual spinner.
And it was always the guy that was so proud to have his spinner rims that were the
Right.
plastic ones. Like,
Right.
look what I got. They fucking spin. It's like, dude, that's fucking plastic, bro. What the fuck?
my spinner. My fidget spinner costs like $400, dude. So
Oh, I know.
yeah. So
Fucking
anyway,
amen. Well, so here at the Jerk of All Trades podcast, we made it pretty clear that the war on drugs isn't working.
no.
You can put that skillet and egg away and get to the root of the issue.
Yes, please do that. But Eddie, you can't legalize heroin, right? Because that's like the worst fucking drug out there. So that's really taking that shit too far. So
What? Too far. I think we should do it, man.
you do not think we should legalize heroin.
So fucking.
You cannot take such an extreme stance like that, dude.
Absolutely not.
I have seen friends of mine that have just died from heroin. Like, you can't do
You didn't
that.
let me finish. I said I agree with you. Absolutely not.
Oh, you know what? Sorry.
But you know what? In small doses with people that need it to get off their fucking opioid addiction, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, so actually, despite the transition, I actually think, fuck yeah, we should fucking legalize it. So what we're doing right now is definitely not working. I mean, I think we can all admit that there is not only a heroin epidemic, but there is an opiate epidemic that is just devastating this fucking world. We've got fucking people dying from fucking fentanyl. We had a fucking police officer who basically touched fentanyl, and it caused him to almost die. And
Is this prescription opiates?
fentanyl is a prescription. Yes.
No shocker there.
No. So here's the thing that's like really, really funny, and when I say funny, I mean fucked up about our fucking
By funny, I mean fucked up.
right. Our country is that so we demonize people who are doing heroin, which is illegal, but
Yeah.
we give out more prescriptions. In the South, there is actually more prescriptions for opiates than there are people.
Jesus Christ.
So there's clearly a fucking problem. We have our pharmaceutical industry that's already distributing basically pharmaceutical grade heroin to people, but they're doing it in pill form. And what's so fucked up about it is what they do is like, someone gets hurt in something, what doesn't matter what the fuck it is, and they get prescribed, Vicodin or oxycodone or God forbid OxyContin or even even worse, fentanyl if they have
How
very
is OxyContin still legal? It's fucked up so many people's lives that like it should be outlawed.
I don't think that completely removing something from society is ever going to work. I mean, I think that opiates have their place for people that really, really fucking need them, but I think that doctors were over prescribing them like a motherfucker, and people get hooked on that shit very, very easily. And I can talk from personal experience. I've been prescribed opiates, for some minor shit, and the first time I did an opiate, I was like, well, my friend, but I'm not even gonna fucking do that. The first, I was prescribed a fucking
allegedly.
Not even allegedly. You know what? I was prescribed an opiate, and I was like, whoa, this shit feels fucking awesome. And opiates are like my fucking demon, man, for drugs. I know that they're fucking bad. I know that they are not good, but I enjoy the fuck out of them. They're a bit like the fidget spinner, which I'm currently spinning right now.
I heard
But
that shit.
they're actually they feel a little bit better than that. But yeah, I really, really enjoy opiates, and luckily I have never found myself in a situation where opiates have been really, really regularly and easily available to me. I've been hooked on some stuff that's very similar. I've been hooked on an opioid for a while. And you know, the detox in that shit is fucked up. And so yeah, there's some people out there. This is actually happening in Canada once again, because fucking Canada is like stepping up the fucking game.
Canada!
I believe we did that before, and I'm not gonna do it again.
Bringing the weed back. Bringing the fucking free, what's that?
Universal
College?
Yeah, free college, universal
Universal
healthcare.
income.
Yeah. So,
God damn it, Canada.
Yeah, Canada is definitely stepping their game up.
Justin Trudeau doing the damn thing.
This is happening in Vancouver, BC. So yeah, they're basically treating between 130 to 150 patients daily. And yeah, I mean, basically the goal is that so people are going to use these opiates. They're going to use heroin regardless. So what if we could give them a more safe way to do so they don't fucking die? So
this kind of reminds me of the MDMA story we talked about a couple weeks ago, where under a doctor's supervision, you could take your MDMA ecstasy and treat your PTSD. This is kind of the same thing for heroin, where you are getting treated for your heroin addiction, but under a doctor's supervision and under, you know, the doctor's supervised doses of heroin.
Yeah, and I mean, I think how is that not the right thing to do? Because, you know, putting these people into little fucking tiny cells is not going to work, and it has not worked for a long fucking time. So what if instead, you know, we understood that these people are going to be seeking this out. So, I mean, there are things that we can give them, you know, people are overdosing, and there are things that we can give them that basically prevent them from fucking dying. And you have people out there that are saying, no, let's make that illegal. Like, how fucked up and ununderstanding of other people's plights are you to think that, you know, you want to make something that will make someone not die from a drug? And like, I've read so much shit online and heard things from people in person that just like, it really, really angers me, because you don't understand. You, like, I'm talking to you, whoever you are, you don't understand why that person is doing this drug. You do not understand what led them to do this drug. And for you to say, like, I've heard people literally say, like, culling the fucking herd and, you know, the fucking Darwinism bullshit. Like, for you to say that about another living being is so fucked up and so, like, unempathetic that, like, I'm not going to say you deserve to die, but god damn it, like, you need to check your fucking self and your own fucking bullshit, because how do you end up as such an unsympathetic and unempathetic person of another person's fucking situation that you think that because someone chooses to put something into their body that they deserve to die? Like, that is fucked up beyond belief. And I love that there are people out there that are saying, no, like, these people are dying and that's not the right thing to do, because they have fucking families. They have people that care about them. And even if they don't, they're a goddamn human being and they deserve to have a good life. And if you think they don't, then, I mean, you have a problem.
Everybody deserves a second chance. This isn't
Absolutely.
just something that, like, it's new school, like, oh, this is the new thing. This has actually been going on since 1926 in the United Kingdom. So all of our fans in England, you've been knowing about this shit.
What up?
Yeah, you've been knowing about this shit for a while now. And out of the 130 to 150 patients daily that get treated, it has been working on 85 to 90% of those users. So it's not
undeniable, man. It's working.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You
yeah.
know,
Let's not talk.
Bill
let's
Cosby.
not talk about pudding bops and Bill Cosby and
it's
shit.
It's not 100%. Nothing's going to be 100% cure all.
No.
But 85 to 90%. Those are numbers that I can run with.
Yes.
You know, that I can get behind. And, you know, just to go back to what
putting
I was
people
saying,
in prison is not working. It's not 85 to 90%. So
yeah, and kicking these guys out the door and letting them fend for themselves and making them be homeless.
They're gonna do it anyway, man.
Sleep on the fucking alleys and fucking trying to get their kick, you know, one way or another isn't working. Like,
at all.
You got to give these guys a second chance. You got to give them a fighting chance to fend for themselves. And
yes.
Canada's figuring it out, man. They're giving them a second chance at life.
You know what? I love Canada. You know, I'm gonna take a really personal fucking perspective on this whole situation. So, I will say that I have personally seen the impact of heroin use on people in my life. There are people, multiple people close to my life that I have seen this impact on them and how it's impacted them, you know, even after the fact. And I've seen, first off, let me just say, fuck methadone. Fucking fuck methadone. Like this.
Tell me about it, because I don't know too much about
So methadone is basically like, it's this fucking government created creation to get people off of heroin. And what it really is big fucking business. And it's, and I don't want to say that there's no positive in it, because there is, because I think that at the heart of it, I hope at least, that the goal was to try to get people off of heroin on the streets, and, you know, and dying and stuff. But what it really is, it's a very, very powerful fucking synthetic fucking opiate that there's no, like, there's no way to get off this shit. And if you do, like, the percentage of people that get off of it is very, very low. And if you get off it, god damn it, man. Like, congratulations to you, because you've done what so few people could do. The withdrawals of this shit is like, all right, so the withdrawals of heroin.
So is it more addictive than heroin?
Yes. So,
oh my god.
Yeah. So
to get you off heroin, they got to give
right.
you something that's more
Right.
addictive than
because
heroin.
right, because they give it to you because they don't want you to get off of it. They want you to be on it forever. You have to constantly go to this fucking clinic, and you have to pay an astronomical amount of money for
they're
it.
milking the health insurance. For sure.
They want you. No. Here, it's even worse than that, because for the most part, if you have insurance, it still doesn't matter. It's not covered.
It's not covered?
It's not covered.
Oh
so you literally
God.
pay hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to go to this place to get this fucking shit.
Every week?
Every
month?
It all depends. So
Damn.
So depending on, like, you know, what you are doing in your life, you may have to go and get it every week. And you may be able to take it home and have it for a week. But a lot of people actually have to take it every single day. So they literally have to go to this clinic.
So they have no life anymore.
So they're literally fucking tethered down to this shit for fucking ever. Like, their life is controlled by this stuff.
Yeah.
And the government fucking loves it, because that's fucking dollars in their fucking pocket. And dude, the fucking withdrawals of this shit, which I've personally seen, are just so messed up. So for heroin, you withdraw from this shit for, you know, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I've
2 weeks to be on the
never
safe side.
withdrawn from heroin. I've withdrawn from opiates, and it's fucking difficult. So I can only imagine what heroin would be like. But this shit is like literally like months and months and months of just absolute fucking hell. And even beyond that, this shit can last and just affect your fucking mental state for literally years.
For the rest of your life,
right?
probably,
For literally for the rest of your
'Cause
life.
that's the way it sounds like.
And yeah, this is the
How can they give you something more addictive than heroin itself? It's just so crazy to me.
because they want your motherfucking money.
How come methadone isn't illegal? That's the shit that should be illegal.
Right, because money, dollars. This is our fucking government at play, and they have a vested interest in. They don't want these people to die because they want their motherfucking money, and it's so fucked up. And I don't mean to fucking laugh at it, and it's no laughing fucking matter. And I love the fact that there are people out there that are like taking a different stance on this shit, and they want to see something different from this. And yeah, I hope that this shit fucking takes off, and I hope that, you know, we start treating this
Canada.
like what it is, and we get to the fucking root of the problem. Why are people seeking out heroin in the beginning? Why are they trying to escape this world? And it's because, I mean, in my opinion, and I don't claim to be right, they're not happy. If you are seeking out, and I can personally say from personal experience, like if you are seeking out those kind of drugs, you are doing it because you are not happy. And whatever that is, let's figure that shit out, and let's make the world a better place. And, you know, let's start with, you know, giving fucking people fucking, you know, medical grade fucking heroin in a fucking safe environment so they don't fucking die on the streets. So
Yeah, under a doctor's supervision.
Yes.
I've always been terrified of heroin. I saw Basketball Diaries with Leonardo DiCaprio.
as did I.
I'm not fucking with no heroin anytime this lifetime,
Yeah.
especially if it sends me to the methadone clinic
Yes.
where I get hooked on methadone for the rest of my life. But just for anybody wondering, since 2011, the clinic has seen about 200 patients. None of them have died under the clinic's supervision.
Correct.
And in fact, No one has died at any prescription heroin facility due to an overdose. Not in Canada, Switzerland, Germany, or any fucking where that they do this shit. So big ups to the doctors that are actually trying to do the
Big
right
up to
thing.
Canada, man.
Big up to Canada. You know, anybody that's not trying to take advantage of the system, that ain't trying to milk these people of their money, that are actually
Just stop it.
trying to help people, actually trying to find the cure, because like this whole fucking medical system is out of whack. The doctors should be trying to cure you. They shouldn't just be trying to treat you to get you to keep coming back and coming back and coming back and spending all your fucking money on these fucking prescriptions.
It's fucked up, man.
Out of control.
Yes.
And the more we get it to a cure and away from this bullshit treatment, I'm all about it.
100%, man. I am completely in agreement with you. So, yes.
Well, I've never tried heroin, Ray, but I was wondering if it gave you the munchies.
So, I can't speak to the hard stuff, but I've heard from a good friend that opiates, which I've never tried in my whole entire life, despite what I talked about in the previous segment, do make you a little hungry. And they put you on the hungry side, and in between a little bit of nodding,
I'll tell you what,
you
man.
make a little rumble in your stomach. So.
Fuck yeah, dude. If you want to get on munchies, we can get on munchies on right fucking now.
Let's fucking do it, dude.
Fucking Massachusetts has got her back with the marijuana pizza.
Marijuana fucking pizza. This is the dream of this 16-year-old me. Let's fucking talk about this shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Marijuana has been legal for like fucking 10 fucking years, 15 fucking years in fucking California, maybe longer than that. Where has been my fucking marijuana pizza, my edible marijuana pizza at? And in fucking Boston's getting it done right now. I don't know if it's Boston, it's Massachusetts.
Big up Boston.
Big up to Boston.
I thought it was like 4 episodes ago. Shout out, but
yeah, the pizza on the downside is $38 fucking dollars. You know, you got your fucking medical marijuana gummy bears.
It's not that
you got
bad.
Your medical marijuana brownies.
This is not Pizza Hut, man.
You got your medical marijuana cookie dough and all this stuff, right? But now you're getting a motherfucking pizza. Hopefully it's a large for $38.
I need an extra large. Here's a
This is fucking amazing.
Let me ask you a question for the fucking ages.
What's
here,
up?
right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit my fidget spinner here. Thin or thick? Give it to me.
Oh, I like that thin crust.
So I'm gonna tell
You're
you.
talking about pizza, right?
All right, I'll tell you what. So growing up, I was a thick fan. I loved it thick. I loved it fucking meaty. And
Oh, you did.
yeah. And as I grew a little bit older, by the way, I'm looking at this pizza and it's got extra fucking olives on it. God damn it! It's got extra olives on it. Oh man. I'm not even making this shit up. Literally looking at this fucking picture. It's got extra olives on it.
They got that shit from Papa John's.
I need my cocaine.
No, all we got is weed, dude.
Dude, that's
Sorry,
gonna be more
bro.
than $38 for that pizza.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I grew up. I was on the thick crust game, and as I grew older, I grew to love the thin. And now I like it thin. I like it thick, as long as it's fucking saucy as fuck, and it lets me eat the fuck out of it. I'm okay with it. What am I talking about? I'm not going to tell you. I might be talking about pizza and I might be talking about other things, but god damn it, let me get some fucking weed pizza, god damn it. This shit has got a lot of THC in it. It's got 125 milligrams of THC in this fucking thing. And
I'm like licking my fingers right now. I can't get enough of this shit.
The first on-site fucking JOAT podcast that we need to do, it might be in Canada, but it might also be in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Yeah, let's go to Massachusetts, man.
Massachusetts.
Summertime,
Boston.
it's nice out.
Hey, big up Boston and your marijuana pizza.
Yeah, man. Well, it's not that easy. You know, you got to slow your roll a little bit.
You need a medical marijuana card, right?
Yeah, you got to have a state-issued medical marijuana
come
license.
on, dude.
So, I mean, you got that migraine, you got that glaucoma, You know, you got
you
that,
go to that shady doctor.
Yeah, you got that diarrhea. You just tell him whatever you got to tell him to get that
whatever
fucking card,
you got to
man.
do. He sends you to the methadone clinic. You're like, what the fuck? I've never had an opiate in my fucking life, dude. Like, let me just go to the fucking pizza place.
I just want my medical marijuana card.
To me?
And I'm in a methadone clinic.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, you want the Jerk of All Trades podcast? Come visit you. Go ahead, Massachusetts. Go ahead, get that medical marijuana
up Boston
and make that fucking money.
So Eddie, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
What would happen if a dolphin ate one of these pizzas?
Oh, they'd be having a good ass time, right?
Oh, hold on, scratch that. Fuck that shit. Let's give those motherfuckers something that's really gonna open their third eye.
What, the blowhole?
I don't know if the blowhole is the third eye, but if it was, I might stick my finger in it. So I'm gonna tell you what, the blowhole might be my favorite pastime. So let's talk about the time that scientists thought that it would be a great idea to give dolphins LSD in hopes that they could communicate with them. What the fuck were they thinking?
Well, dolphins
what
are
were
pretty,
they thinking, man?
Yeah, dolphins are pretty goddamn smart.
They're really smart.
Their brain is the equivalent to a human brain.
And they're goddamn rapists. I'm gonna say that a few times here.
Shit.
I'm looking at
tell them about it.
I'm looking at this goddamn dolphin, and he is putting the fucking eyes on me like he wants to fucking stick it in my blowhole. So
he's gonna Bill Cosby your ass. Is I just wait till Ray drinks this fucking date rape.
So dolphins actually try to get you to drink the blue pill.
Yeah.
They try. So serious tip, like seriously, there's been multiple fucking people that have been like raped the fuck out of dolphins. So they've got that like sonar fucking like communication where they talk to their other dolphin friends. I believe there's actually a story about dolphins gang raping someone.
Oh fuck.
And I don't mean to laugh about anyone being gang raped, but if there's a time to laugh about it, it's when a dolphin does it. So, I mean, can we agree with that?
If I get raped by a dolphin, I might cry.
I mean, it depends on how cute is a dolphin.
Yeah.
Like, is it like a fucking sexy ass dolphin or what?
It depends on the taste.
Hey, what
and the feel.
It tastes like tuna. But what was I wearing during that? That's the other question. Like, was I wearing like a really revealing like dolphin themed outfit or something? Or
maybe you're dressed up like another dolphin and just got confused.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look at that bitch.
If you're that was Eddie's dolphin impression. Wah, wah.
That's the dolphin dick going in the blowhole.
That was also the Peanuts parents. But so anyway, back to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, NASA. You know, good old NASA. They investigated methods of talking to dolphins in the 1960s. They also used a range of techniques in an attempt to teach the animals English. John Lilly, Ray's boy, a neuroscientist.
Big up John Lilly.
Yeah, fuck yeah, he did the damn thing. Studied 3 dolphins in particular, one of which he chose to leave an isolation tank with a human for 24 hours a day for 3 months.
Maybe, yeah.
I didn't see that shit. But anyways, John Lilly, the creator of the float tank. I think Ray's fucking with my notes.
Oh, man. I believe I actually wrote that and I put that in all goddamn caps. So the fucking creator of the float tank, he was like, God damn it. We need to communicate with dolphins and we need to give them goddamn LSD. And it didn't work out. But big up to you, man. You fucking tried it.
Oh, I'm all about that float tank. We got to go back there pretty soon.
Yeah, we will definitely have
it's still nice out.
Float Tank 2.0 episode very, very soon. So,
but yeah, ultimately, none of the dolphins were able to learn English with the LSD doping, for lack of a better term.
Dopey dope.
But researchers found that they were 70% more vocal after they were administered.
What kind of vocals did they have?
They're probably singing some Barry White, you know, like spin that game.
I wanna make love to you, woman. I wanna lay you down by the fire. I believe that was actually Chef. What? Give me some Barry White. What?
Oh man, you put me on the spot.
What's
here. Fuck. I wanna make love to you, baby.
Yeah, that's you got to bring a baritone out.
Yeah, I can't do it with the baritone, man. I'm a little too high
the baritone, but yeah. We love some Barry White. Yeah.
We love you, Barry White.
We love you. R.I.P. fucking Barry White.
But. Yeah, man. He was doing the damn thing for a long time, man. He got bitches fucking panties wet. This motherfucker.
Yes.
But what were we talking about?
I believe we were talking about dolphins having sex with you.
Oh, with me.
I think so. That was what we were talking about, right?
It was a hot dolphin. I think I got away with that once. But the funding for the experiment ran out in 1966. What the hell am I talking about? Oh, yeah, NASA. The NASA and the dolphins, man. Who would have thunk it, right? But the dolphin that did take part in the isolation experiment was moved to a facility in Miami where it effectively committed suicide.
Not
that's
cool.
So sad.
It's actually quite sad. So
the LSD, man, you gotta watch out for that shit.
So, and why did he do that?
Well, there's some hot chick fucking scientist that he fell in love with, and once they dropped his ass in Miami, he couldn't see her anymore.
Yeah, I mean I
don't remember the name, but I remember the.
It's actually pretty depressing.
Yeah, poor dolphin. They're too smart for their own good.
Yeah. I was looking up Barry White songs, and all of his songs were actually relatively sexual. In case you didn't know that.
One thing I'm gonna make sure to pay attention to tomorrow is if these fucking jurors for the Bill Cosby trial are fucking dolphins.
If there's a goddamn dolphin, it was like
he's not guilty, and I see some dolphins walking out of that courtroom, I know some shit is fucking happening.
It was like 3 black women, 2 white men, and then like 4 dolphins. Like you're like, wait a minute, scratch.
Nothing
You're
wrong
like,
with rape.
Yeah,
Who cares? We rape people. Every day.
What did dolphins do? Like fucking blowholes? Just have like just fucking water just shooting out in the fucking media's face? Like that is fucking tip number 1. That this shit was a fucking work from the fucking beginning, dude.
If Bill Cosby gets off, there's some hybrid dolphins.
And from what I heard, Bill Cosby actually got off quite a few times, and they were always unconscious. So LSD has
I got 3 words for Bill Cosby. Fuck Bill Cosby. I don't care if you get off or not.
Don't fuck Bill Cosby, please.
No, if you're in prison and you see Bill Cosby, fucking fuck his ass.
Bro. Nobody has ever said fuck Bill Cosby. So LSD has been transcending science for decades, and now science is finally catching up. Let's talk about the recent findings about the number of dimensions inside the human brain. Spoiler, it's a lot. So Eddie, 11 dimensions of the human brain, man. Let's fucking talk about this shit.
Yeah, this was something that I couldn't even wrap my brain around even like 6 beers ago.
We need we need more of that LSD to fully understand this. But
they found that the mind is made up of shapes and spaces with up to 11
It makes sense, man.
dimensions.
Fucking so everything around you is all fucking mathematics, man. Like you have sound waves that are literally like fucking like mathematical waves that are coming at you. You have like all the visual stimuli, that's all mathematics. Colors are like literally like broke down as like mathematics, and like this is that, but it's like us using a computer to try to understand that, and we're trying to grasp this within our brains. We're trying to understand our brains within our brains, and that's why it's so fucking difficult. So they're using
the neurons.
We're trying to use a computer to try to like transcend that and try to understand our brain better, and it's sort of working out, but man, it's totally fucking crazy.
11 different dimensions. They're saying that this could help reveal how memories
It's
are
not
formed.
your fucking 3D TV. It's not 4th dimension. It's not breaking the 4th wall. 11 goddamn dimensions, man.
That's insane. Like
you can't even wrap your fucking brain around it, man.
I can't even get around this one dimension, much less 11 more of them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how the universal call out started happening.
Absolutely.
The second dimension.
100%. So I am fully and firmly in the belief that like you basically create your reality, and like what you are doing, speaking, saying, like that creates the reality that you experience, because there is everything that's happening around you at every single moment, and you are choosing what to bring into your brain and then what to understand and project back. Like whatever you see is not the truth, and you choose what is your truth. And this is now science, like basically saying there's all these different dimensions of that, and you are choosing what reality you are experiencing. And when we fucking take whatever it is and we throw it out into the universe, Like we are choosing what reality to fucking make happen.
Yeah.
And in the reality that I'm creating, the Jerk of All Trades podcast is the number one podcast in the entire world.
Cameraman, zoom it.
And so yes, absolutely, it's fucking crazy. They use in-depth computer modeling to understand how brain cells organize themselves and carry out complex tasks. The complex geometric shapes form when a group of neurons merge to make what scientists call a click.
So is that like acid or mushrooms? That's more mushrooms.
I
than
think
acid,
it's like
right?
I think it's like
The geometry.
So the thing that I did that was most like that was actually an analog of psilocybin.
Yes.
And it was a tryptamine, and it was called 4-ACO DMT, not to be confused with legit DMT. But and I remember just taking this stuff and just like looking at the world around me. I was laying on my bed, and I could literally see all the geometric patterns in the what is quote unquote known as sacred geometry. I could see all of that in front of me. Man. And I could see all of the mathematics and shit that made up this fucking world. And if you look into things like the Fibonacci sequence and all of these number sequences that create everything that's around you that you should be aware of, but you're not aware of.
There's just so much going on.
Right.
It's hard to tap into it.
Right. And you're at the limitation of your own brain. And so, yeah, they found that the mind is made up of shapes and spaces with up to 11 dimensions, as we mentioned. And understanding these structures could help us reveal exactly how memories are formed. So that's another interesting thing is you have these memories that are basically rooted inside of your mind. And there's all of take yourself, who you are.
Eddie the Jerk.
You're Ray the Jerk. You're listener of the Jerk of All Trades podcast. And I don't want to minimize the person that you are because you have your own crazy fucking experience that neither one of us will fully know unless you are really fucking famous and you want to hang out on the podcast. But we don't.
Then come and talk to us.
And even if you're not fucking super famous, even if you're just a fucking interesting person, we would love to fucking have you on the podcast. But
you could be super famous and super boring.
Right.
You know
but and you might be not famous and actually really funny, and we'd love to have you on the podcast. But whatever your experience is, whatever your experience in this world is, think of yourself 20 years ago. First off,
pimping.
Is that if you really objectively look at it, is that you? Is that the person that you are now?
No.
It doesn't feel like that at all. It almost feels like a different entity. And now think of all of these experiences that have happened over that span of time. It's astronomical, the amount of things that have happened over the past 20 years. Now, how many of those do you remember?
Select.
Right. You select those things. And now every day that you wake up, you are unconscious, you wake up, and now you're conscious. You're out in the world. What things do you choose to remember? Right?
Yeah.
It's very fucking minimal. Now, what if there are things that you can do to basically focus in on those particular things that you choose and shape your reality? And that's, to me, what this is about. And so I think this is fucking awesome. And I love that science is catching up with the things that I am interested in and I believe in, because I think that the fidget spinner is the coolest fucking thing in the world. No, I'm just fucking kidding.
The crazy thing is that DMT takes you inside of your brain.
Yeah.
What it sounded like you were explaining right there.
Yes.
Which is something that I need to experience, to be honest with you, because my brain is the shit.
Yeah, my brain's fucking cooler than your brain.
No, I'm just saying.
My brain can beat up your brain.
Yeah, no kidding. Right? Well, we just gonna sit here and headbutt each other.
We'd have to jump on the other side of this fucking computer, and that's way too much energy and work for me.
This is super cool. I'm not into doing a lot of drugs that'll damage my brain, hardcore style. But I am interested.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I am interested in
a little bit.
Experiencing things at least once, just to try it out, just to see what it's all about. And you never know, you might like it. So,
Never fucking know, dude.
Yeah,
never know.
This article was crazy. It was really tough for me to wrap my brain around it, and I'm glad that Ray took the reins of this one.
Here I was to read the article and paste my own experience on this. And,
I tried twice, and I was just like, God damn it,
try
Ray,
twice.
I can't do it.
Yeah. And here I was, like, I read it one time, and I was like, I love this fucking article.
Yeah,
so,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
I
wasn't there. All right,
11 dimensions.
You know what my brain loves, Ray?
What is that?
The goddamn 150 Instagram followers we have.
Yeah.
We love you, motherfuckers.
We love all you guys. Tell your goddamn fucking awesome friends, please.
Yeah, dude.
We love you guys.
Please follow, like, comment, and subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play, Google Plus, Google Government, and any other way you get your Google
hey,
on there.
Who oh no, so that's Amazon, never mind.
Amazon, we're on there too.
Who's the CEO of Amazon?
That'd be Mr. Jeff Bezos. And there was a
we will never forget.
You got that Amazon Prime, you get 2% cash back, by the way. Twitter.com/JerkOfAll JOAT podcast. You get those retweets from Eddie the Jerk all day, every day.
Oh, there.
Facebook.com/JerkOfAllTradesPodcast. Instagram, same thing. Email JerkOfAllTradesPodcast@gmail.com. And our official website, not to be confused.
Official, the unofficial.
Any other website
there's no unofficial Jerk of All Trades. There might be one day, but JOAT podcast. God damn it!
And let me tell you right now, if you're listening to this, please just tell your friends about us.
Yes,
this is all just ground level guerrilla marketing.
I'm in your fucking brain right now, and I'm making you fucking tell your friends about the fucking podcast.
Yes,
okay?
The only way we're gonna get out there is if you tell your friends about us.
If you like what we're doing,
you fucking dig our shit. You like our style. You like what we talk about.
You like our swag.
You like everything that's going on with Jerk of All Trades. Just tell your friends about us in an email or a fucking text message.
Whatever, man.
Or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
That you and your friends, your friends listen to podcasts. Just put them up on that Jerk of All Trades podcast. And
hey, you got to fucking hear these two dudes. They're fucking laying the fucking groundwork. They're changing the fucking world.
That's pretty much how we're getting out right now. It's
Absolutely.
Just word of mouth around town. So
yes.
It is what it is. So, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
We're everywhere.
And if you see Ray the Jerk or Eddie the Jerk out on the town, just don't be afraid to walk up to us.
Give me,
say what's up.
Touch me, love me, give me a fucking hug. You know what? Just show me some love, and I'm going to show you some as well. If you touch my butt,
you better be pretty cute. That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
If you're a dude, you might not enjoy it.
I'm gonna give you a hug regardless. Goddamn it! If you see,
I'm good with a hug. Don't touch my hoo-ha and everything else. If
you recognize Ray the Jerk in public, I don't care who you are. Give me a goddamn hug. I'm gonna give you a hug because I love you. Because
I'm gonna give you a hug after.
You are a crazy fucking monkey person in this fucking crazy mixed up fucking world, and so am I.
We love you guys,
and we love you guys.
We love you guys for listening to us, and you're learning the same shit we're learning each and every week.
Yes.
So stick with us. We're taking a break because I gotta take a piss. And got anything to shout them out on the Instagram or anything like that?
Yeah, dude, check us out online. Check out the website. Check out our. We got some fucking fun stuff happening on Instagram. We got some fucking funny fucking memes that we're trying to spread out in the fucking world. We're trying to spread a lot of things. We're gonna spread the JOAT's fucking seed in the fucking world.
Spread it all over you.
We're going to spread it as wide as it can fucking go. So, Jerk of All Trades podcast, episode 13, the lucky fucking episode.
Don't go anywhere.
We're going to be back with the final fucking segment.
What do we got? We got
fucking
Stephen Hawking
saying the world's fucking over. We got Ray might be getting some fucking hair.
Oh, yes.
And
you got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned. Don't give him too much.
Okay.
Let's just give him that.
Let's give
we'll be back after this break.
Just the tip, and we'll be back. back, guys. So, there are a few things that are certain in this world. Those are death, taxes, crazy robot and monkey stories in the Jerk of All Trades podcast every Thursday night or Friday morning, depending on how much we drink.
Yeah.
And finally, you don't question the smartest motherfucking man in the world.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking EDD. You're talking about me, right?
No.
What?
No. Hold up. Wait a minute.
The EDD. Smartest man in the world, son.
I believe we're actually not talking about you. We're actually talking about Stephen motherfucking Hawking. And here's the deal. He's saying Doomsday is happening in the next 100 years. So let's fucking talk about this shit, man.
Well, apparently he said 1,000 years in fucking November, but since he's got a TV special coming out, it's 100 years now. You gotta get those ratings up on that
on
network
Netflix
television.
or what? What?
I don't fucking know. I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But Stephen Hawking's all right. I got nothing against him. But
he ain't nothing to fuck with.
He suggests that fucking humanity needs to be multi-planetary within the next century.
Which means what? We need to fucking
we gotta get to Mars, bitch.
We need to get to fucking Mars, man.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do this shit.
Mars
right?
or fucking the Saturn moon or
somewhere else, man.
Maybe on a satellite
somewhere that
orbiting
ain't
around
here.
The supernova.
Right.
The sun out there.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get to Mars. I'll be good with that.
I want to get to Mars to get more Milky Way bars.
Yeah, man.
Because I was a kid and I wanted more candy bars. So.
Peanut M&Ms. That's Mars all day. Come on, son.
Mars all day, every day.
I thought we were repping Mars up in this bitch.
Yeah. We're not supporting them. They're not supporting us. So
Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah. So this is not the first time that he's given a doomsday prediction. In recent years, he warned about how super artificial intelligence, which we've talked about. God damn it, you motherfucking chat box, fucking therapist, motherfucker.
Fucking the Lobot.
The fucking Lobot, the fucking robot Terminator, the fucking blowjob robot. Yeah, you're going to end humanity, according to fucking Stephen Hawking. And he's saying how contacting extraterrestrial life would go bonkers for humanity. And then in November of last year, he said that we have 1,000 years to leave Earth. So now he's changing his fucking... changing his mind, saying it's only a fucking 100 years that we have left.
All right. So 100 years is 2117.
2117.
That's all we got.
If you're listening to the Jerk of All Trades podcast with our future extraterrestrial robot AI versions of us.
Yes. My Eddie the Jerk Jr.
We
Ronda
love you
Rousey,
guys.
baby.
And it's time to go to work, but except in the future, hopefully there is no work. Everything is play, and you get to do whatever the fuck you want.
Universal income.
Universal income. Hopefully, a lot of other cool shit is happening.
Medical marijuana.
Hopefully, medical like future drugs that are like way cooler than fucking marijuana.
Ooh,
yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Man, I want to go a fucking 100 years in the future and check that shit out. But
fuck yeah,
yeah. So he explains that humankind's days on Earth are already numbered because of climate change, asteroid strikes, epidemics, and over fucking population.
Well, we were talking about bringing people back from the dead last week, so
yeah.
Overpopulation could be a real thing.
We're bringing people back from the dead. That's probably not the best idea because we're already overpopulated. So what we should probably do is we should probably start mass killing people, right?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at asteroid strike. That makes the most sense to me. Like.
I don't think that any of these things sound like a very, very good thing to be happening.
Yeah, but I'm saying like as far as epidemics epidemics, there's way too much money.
If you had to pick like
right
one of these four shitty things, like what do you pick?
Yeah, asteroid all day, like
all day, every day.
Yeah, all day. I think Trump might have our back with an asteroid, but I'm not too worried about it.
You know what? I've got my fidget spinner out and it's spinning like crazy as you mentioned Trump. But we had a whole.
He excites you, huh?
No, he does not. He does the opposite of excite me. But we had a whole Trump-free fucking episode, and yet Eddie somehow had to find a way
He's the president.
to shoehorn his fucking dumb goddamn hairpiece into this fucking podcast.
All right, so CNN.com claims that there's an asteroid coming.
Who's
the person that the whole entire world is going to look to save the planet? Is it
And if it's Donald,
the president of Mexico? Is it the president of Canada? No, it's the president of the United States.
Prime Minister, actually.
The prime minister.
Justin Trudeau.
Is it the prime minister of China?
My eyes are fucking
rolling.
rolling.
The president of Japan?
You don't know.
Nobody is going to save the earth.
What we've learned here is that Eddie doesn't know the difference between a prime minister and a president. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand government at all.
That asteroid can't even fuck with us.
Oh, okay, yeah. Definitely.
Actually, I'm very afraid of an asteroid.
Definitely, if there was a person that I was going to look to save me from a fucking asteroid, it would be Donald fucking Trump, the fucking reality show host. So,
well, you know what they're saying? Fucking our guy here, Elon Musk, he's planning on sending people to Mars by the year 2025.
If there was anyone that I would be looking to save me from a fucking asteroid, it would probably be not Eddie the Jerk. Or not Ray the Jerk, or not Donald fucking
It would be Elon
dumbass.
Musk
it would be
Donald Trump.
It would be fucking Stephen Hawking. Goddamn it,
Stephen Hawking,
dude! It would be the smartest man in the goddamn world. It definitely wouldn't be Donald Trump, who's clearly not the smartest man in the world.
So
or
what's
even
his
fucking,
answer for the asteroid strike?
I believe it's actually to inhabit other planets. I mean, that was like two bullet.
We're all gonna die.
That was actually 2 bullet points before this. Donald Trump's idea was, I don't know, some dumb shit, but yeah, you know, we basically need to start bringing people to another inhabitable fucking planet, and that's yeah, I mean, that's probably, you know, I'm
so are you signing up for the first launch out to Mars?
No, I'm signing up for like the 12th, but
okay, yeah, I'm going 3rd or 4th.
I mean, let's be honest here, I have like 100 years, so
what?
No.
You're gonna be dead in 100 years.
Hey,
unless they bring you back from the dead a couple
times.
If
they can take my consciousness and put it into a fucking blowjob robot, or actually a cunnilingus robot, don't put it into a blowjob robot.
No, please. I don't want the Raven Jerk conscious blowjob robot on my table.
If you can please put it into a cunnilingus robot, I would really, really appreciate it. But
Elon Musk is changing the game.
Elon Musk, don't put my fucking consciousness into a blowjob robot. It's not fucking fair to me, dude. It's not fucking fair. I lost my fucking fidget spinner. God damn it.
Oh no.
Oh man, I got it back. Don't worry.
So I mean, the red planet is looking pretty sexy as far as like.
I wish it was the pink planet because they're all pink on the inside. Yeah. Quote my dad.
So what happens when you spend a year and a half flying out to Mars? You land on Mars, you get your little Mars house all set up, and a fucking asteroid just destroys the whole planet on Mars. And you would have been safer on Earth the whole entire time.
Yeah, well, hopefully there's not like the fucking
That reminds me of when I was in Florida and like there was a hurricane coming like years ago. And like everyone's like, oh, we're going to Orlando. It's going to be safe out there. Going to Orlando. We're not going to get hit in Orlando. Fucking Tampa's going to get smashed by this fucking Category 3 hurricane. And fucking the hurricane goes straight to Orlando and Tampa doesn't even get hit.
Sorry, guys.
It's so funny. It's just like all you jerk offs going to Mars are going to get hit by the fucking asteroid. And we're all going to be safe over here on Earth.
Yeah. Well, hopefully not. But so
Stephen Hawking, you have that fucking asteroid shoved up his fucking ass.
No, he's in a wheelchair. That's not cool. So we only have 100 years left on this motherfucking planet, maybe. We have flying cars, we have robot therapists, we have blowjob robots, we have downloadable fucking knowledge thanks to DARPA, and yet I still gotta walk around with my motherfucking chrome motherfucking dome out in the fucking sun getting fucking sunburned, and I want to know, when are they gonna fucking cure baldness, goddammit?
No, hold up,
wait a minute, wait, what are you telling me, Eddie?
They done did it.
They done did it?
They done did it.
They done did it.
You ain't gonna be bald no more.
Oh my God, dude.
And I ain't gonna be bald either.
I have a full, luxurious fucking head of hair right at this very moment. Eddie, tell me about it.
All right, yeah, man. We're fucking growing
I don't, by the way.
The largest organ on your body, which is the skin, the epidermis.
Yes.
I believe it's called. There is a team.
Let's talk about the largest organ in my body. On my body.
Dr. Takashi Suji. I don't know his fucking name, man.
That's all right.
Out of the Riken Center.
Shout out to Japanese people.
Hell yeah, man. For developmental biology in Kobe, using stem cells to create the skin's layers, which they have successfully transplanted onto a mouse. The experiment's success was based.
Do mice have male pattern baldness?
I've never seen.
I've never seen a mouse with a fucking horseshoe haircut.
I usually kill the motherfucker before
I
even take a chance to look at it.
You know what? I'll tell you a fucking sad story. This is an ad lib here. So I remember back in the day, I was living with my fucking dad, and we had an air conditioning unit, and our air conditioning. Oh man, I can't. Hold on, let me take a minute to fucking like a couple seconds to compose myself.
I got your back. The experiment's success was based on the mouse being able to grow hair and sweat through the bioengineered skin.
Okay, so
apparently they can grow hair.
Yeah. So here's my story. So we had a window air conditioning unit in our house, and
I remember those days.
It was leaking, and so we put a bucket below this air conditioning unit. And I remember one particular day, I got up and I walked over to check the bucket to see what amount of water was in this thing, because I would normally take this shit and dump it out in the fucking sink. And I looked into this fucking thing, and there was a dead ass fucking mouse in this goddamn thing.
Oh no.
And I just remember thinking what a fucking sad fucking way to go. You just fucking you're a mouse and you're just hanging out in this fucking house, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I want to drink this shit. And you jump in, and it's air conditioning fucking water drip off out of our fucking window.
Oh, God.
And
so what the fuck was he doing? Going for a swim?
Apparently, and he couldn't get out, and so he died into the Rubbermaid air conditioning unit.
R.I.P.
Water leak out.
Yes,
many years ago. So yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I remember those days, man. Those
depressing. R.I.P. mouse.
Man, what a time to be alive.
Yes.
I can go bald and get my hair right back. This is great.
I am totally waiting because, you know what? I rocked the bald look. I got a big ass motherfucking beard as compensation. But if I had a choice and it really wasn't a big deal, I'm not going to fucking Bosley. I'm not that egotistical. I'm not having him take the hair from the back and put it on the top. But if it was fucking easy, I would have a full luxurious head of fucking hippie hair. And give me my goddamn hair back, science. I got all this crazy fucking innovation, and I can't get a goddamn full head of hair, and now I might be able to, so I'm fucking stoked about this shit.
Well, up until now, artificial skin development has been hampered by the fact that the skin lacked the important organs such as hair follicles and glands, which allow the skin to play its important role in regulation. Current experiments have been done on mice, but hopefully it'll work on humans. And this is a significant leap forward, finding more effective regenerative therapies for burn patients and those suffering from alopecia. So this is cool.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
the burn victims and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people like me.
That skin back.
People like me, but seriously though, I mean, this is cool for people that have situations like that where it's not just some fucking ego driven hey, I was on your mom's fucking side, you lost your fucking hair and you can't deal with it. I started losing my hair when I was 17 fucking years old, and I've definitely come to fucking grips with it, and I rock that shit. But
no, not 17.
No, seriously,
way later than that.
No.
It had to have been way later.
No. I literally started having a receding hairline at 17 years old.
I don't remember that much.
Yeah, I definitely was. I was hiding that shit, but yeah.
You used to comb it forward. That's right. Yeah.
I combed it forward. I rocked the bowl cut. But 17 years old, I started losing my hair. But who fucking cares? It's all a fucking ego thing. But for people that have situations like burn patients and alopecia and stuff like that, I think this is very, very fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and
definitely cool.
Yes, let's help people that have situations like that, and let's also help me be way fucking sexier. That was my That's my Barry White right there. So yeah.
Well, if you're not a burn victim and you don't have alopecia and you're fucking bald, you're probably rocking that Pornhub all day, every day.
Whoa. Hold on a fucking minute, dude.
Don't act like you don't know that Pornhub.
Let's hold on just a minute. Just because I'm fucking bald, it does not mean that I cannot get a fucking lady to willingly engage in sexual intercourse with me. And that's a motherfucking fact, Eddie the Jerk Jack. Just remember what they say. And you know what they say, Eddie?
I got your back.
You know what they say?
What's that?
Once you go bald, you never go back.
Oh, shit.
Okay?
Well, I shaved my head, so does that count?
No, it doesn't.
come
No, it
on,
doesn't.
man.
It only counts for people with male pattern baldness. God damn it.
Damn it.
I rock that shit and I fuck that shit and I fuck it often. So
Hell
let's
yeah.
fucking do it. Last topic. Pornhub. We love you. Net neutrality. Fucking fuck these motherfuckers up. Let's talk
Pornhub
about it, man. Let's talk about it.
75 million visitors every day to your fucking website.
One of the biggest
What
fucking
the fuck?
I have never been to this website in my entire life. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it. What the fuck is Pornhub? Eddie, tell me about it.
In Pornhub, it's like fucking the internet porn
What is porn?
website of the world and shit,
What?
man. It's like the biggest website of all time.
What
other website has 75 million visitors per day?
What kind of things happen on this website?
Fucking people jerking off like all day, every day. There's naked chicks on there. There's fucking porn on there.
Well,
There's fucking everything on there. I could probably go look at it right now.
I don't. You know what? Let's.
This could be the first Pornhub podcast.
Okay, so
No, that's all right.
I've never.
I don't feel like getting a virus.
I've never been on this website before, but I'm actually
going for it?
I'm typing it into my browser bar right now.
Shit.
And I'm gonna read some. Let's see. PMV compilation Edgeful
What the fuck is
Heaven
PMV?
Volume. I don't know. Spy Fam Stepson fucks Busty Stepmom Olivia Austin for
okay.
first.
You know that busty stepmom.
Teen pies curvy ebony cream pied in the bathroom. That's a good place to get cream pied.
I'm assuming that's not actual food.
Here is how wanted to suck dick on lunch break for nut with 2 T's juice. She looks to be enjoying this. Here is actually trifling bitch gives head while talking to her man. Even says L in X. I don't know what the next part of that is. Mature bimbo teases a leaking cock. Let's what else is good going on this shit?
Man, you came ready.
3 unbelievable beauties try lesbian sex for the first time. Exclamation point. I'm sure that's actually the first time they've ever done that. Titty, boobies, and jugs. Cute Haruka Osaka in lingerie sucking dick.
They got that yellow fever.
I'm gonna favorite this place and I'm gonna check it out at a later date. But I just wanted to see what it was all about. So let's talk about Pornhub and their net neutrality. So,
Goddamn Pornhub, man. It's
Yes.
changing the game.
changing the fucking game.
I tell you right now, if they were trying to
This is the first fucking chub on the JOAT podcast. So
from what I know, the porn industry makes more money than,
from what Eddie hears from friends of friends.
I learned about this on the Deep Throat documentary. That I think it was like before the year 2003.
In the year 2000,
But it made more money
behind the green door.
more money than Harry Potter and SpongeBob SquarePants.
Wait, how is Harry spelled? HARY? And yeah, how is SpongeBob? What kind of pants does he have on? No pants.
Cock pants.
Cock pants? What the
I
fuck
don't
is
know.
that? That was
The porn industry used to make more money than Harry Potter and SpongeBob SquarePants combined. Fucking bind.
How do you spell cum? C-U-M?
However you
All right.
want to spell it.
I don't know how to spell. All right, continue
So,
on.
like, the porn industry has been a giant in the fucking entertainment industry for years
Giant.
now.
And it's not about size. It's
telling
about
you-
what you do with
I'm telling
your...
you right now, you can't go. There's a lot of big cities around the United States. You can't go 5 minutes driving around town without seeing a fucking girls, fucking titty bar and fucking all these fucking spots. Sex sells, man.
Girls.
I mean, look, who's the biggest fucking celebrities in like the history of the United States?
Uh,
Pam Anderson, fucking Debbie Does Dallas, and fucking I don't know. Fucking
Kendall Jenner.
no, the other one.
We've been
Kim Kardashian. Yeah,
She literally
So,
became
like,
famous from taking a
that's
fucking
right.
dick.
All she did was
That's
suck
it.
some
She took a
dick
fucking dick.
and fucking act like she.
There's
didn't
been
like
plenty
it.
of fucking girls who've sucked a dick and they didn't get famous on it. Fucking she managed to do it, and big up to her.
Sex sells.
Sex sells, no doubt, but who's buying? Everyone. 75 fucking million people are on this fucking shit. Fucking net neutrality. So here's the fucking thing with this shit is that so Pornhub knows how fucking big they are. They know what they've got, what they're packing, and they know that they are giving it to the fucking world. And so they're like, hey, We are one of the biggest fucking websites out there, and everyone, including the fucking jamokes that are trying to promote this shit, they want Pornhub to continue to exist because they want free fucking porn. They want to see people getting it fucking on. And so they're joining a bunch of other big sites. They're joining Amazon, GitHub, Kickstarter, Reddit, Imager, huge fucking sites. And they're saying,
oh, Amazon.
we're gonna shut our shit down for a fucking day and see what the fuck is up. What do you think? Like, we are not we are opposing what you are trying to do, and that's the biggest way that you can do it when you have that kind of power. And you can basically say, we are going to shut down. We are not going to give you what you want. And what do you want, Eddie? What do they want?
They want the lesbian fucking girl on girl action.
They want. Hold on. Let's go back to. I believe it's now in the browser bar.
I don't know.
Now it's. I actually am not in safe mode. So this is. Let's go to page 2. I'm seeing all the most famous porn stars I've never heard of before. There is My Boyfriend's Black and I'll Never Go Back 4. I believe that was actually meant to say My Boyfriend's Bald and I'll Never Go Back.
Nah.
Let's see. Here's Goddess Ryan Sexy Gene Farts. That's not something that really appeals to me.
We
but
might be going down the rabbit hole here.
Yeah. And you know what they say about rabbits. So slapping her big ass and feeding her in my hotel room. So I'm actually staying at the Hotel 6 or something. I don't know. But...
Hotel California.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, point being, fucking Pornhub is a fucking monster. And they're saying, you know what? We run this fucking game, and if you don't like it, we're going to shut your shit down, and your dick is going to be fucking soft, and your balls are going to be fucking blue. So leave us the fuck alone. So
they can find that shit somewhere else.
Yes.
The internet is limitless. The internet is like a galaxy. There's just like so many different outcomes of like where you can go. It's
how do you spell outcomes?
OUTCOMES.
I believe you actually meant CUMS all over your face.
You're talking to the 1993 second place spelling bee champion.
I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, snap.
Oh, shit. Sookie now. So,
you know who I lost to?
I don't know. An Asian girl, probably.
Yeah.
Was it?
No, she ended up being...
Did she become the world's biggest fucking porn star?
No, I wish. She ended up being like fucking the salutatorian of my graduating class in 2001.
Have you actually looked?
So
have you looked to see if she's
lose? It might as well be to the fucking smartest chick in the.
Have you looked to see if she's the biggest fucking porn star or what?
No, she's probably like in fucking Harvard. She probably graduated fucking college like
Asia Carrera
long ago.
Was that her name?
And she's probably making like 6 digits, not selling her pussy in Las Vegas.
Yeah, she's probably doing okay, but. R.I.P. to Eddie's spelling bee career. He was going to be a professional speller. She has a
magnificent career, and I got a magnificent career podcasting.
Yes.
Shout out. You know who you are.
What up?
So hopefully I don't see you on Pornhub and, come and listen to us over here at the Jerk of All Trades podcast. That pretty much wraps it up for this week, man. We appreciate you guys so much for sticking with us. But before we leave... we got to hit you with that universal call out.
Of course we do.
Because that's what we do here at the Jerk of All Trades podcast. We try to change the game as good as we can each and every week.
Yes.
You got 6 up, Ray?
You know what? Let's fucking switch it up, man. Let's do fucking 10 this week.
Oh, are we just picking one still or no?
Yeah, let's pick 10. Let's pick 10 and then we'll pick one.
Okay.
So 10, 1.
This is going to be tough.
Boom. You ready?
I like it.
All right, you ready?
Do the damn thing.
All right. We got foxes. We got dentistry. We got justice. We got accordions again.
No!
We're not picking accordions again. God damn it. We might need a new site next week.
Yeah.
We got we got firemen. We got sheep. We already talked about sheep. We got puppets. We got hammocks. We got billiards again, and we got astronomy.
Hammocks or fuck.
I got puppets. Puppets is my choice. Puppets.
Well, give me the first 4 again.
Foxes, dentistry, justice, accordions, firemen, sheep, puppets.
Oh, firemen. What about firemen? That's too easy.
I like puppets, man. I would love to see a story about a fucking puppet fucking some fucking chick.
A puppet raping a dolphin.
Yes, I would love a goddamn good puppet story. So
Yes, if you run into Bill Cosby, put a puppet on your hand and smack him in the face.
puppet on a string. Yeah, I've had some comments in my life recently where people referred to as people's puppets. So puppets called to me. So that's my choice is puppets.
I'm not mad at it. I'm with you. Puppets.
All right, puppets.
Well, I used to love fucking Muppet Show, fucking Kermit, Miss Piggy, and the fucking animal doing the damn thing.
Yes.
Fucking each and every week. Jerk of All Trades
Just
podcast.
like the Jerk of All Trades podcast is doing it every week.
We a little bit off the rails this week.
No, it's a great fucking episode.
We hope you had a good time.
We're coming back next week. We got more fucking fun topics. We got an awesome fucking puppet story coming for you guys.
We'll be back next Thursday night.
Keep in mind the Jerk of All Trades podcast. We are changing the world one podcast at a time. And if you are not listening to that podcast, you are missing out. And if you do not have a fidget spinner in your fucking hand, you're missing out. Check out the Jerk of All Trades podcast next week.
I'm going through withdrawals, man. I'm not going to lie.
He is like a heroin addict needing his next fucking fix. And he ain't getting it. But next week you will get your Jerk of All Trades podcast fucking fix. So we will see you guys next week. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
And we are out.